and a very warm welcome. I am Ruchi Sharma. We have got you all the latest news and updates from the blockchain technology world, but first, let's take a look at the headlines. Government to clarify VDAs tax this week. Employers face 30% tax on crypto payments to staff. Bitcoin holds above $20,000 amid light trading. Celsius network halts AMAs, leaving customers in the dark about withdrawals. Solana network faces down due to $170 million crippling liquidation. First short Bitcoin ETF to list on New York Stock Exchange. Michael Saylor urges regulators to tame crypto. Gaming firm Admix rebrands to LandVault in $300 million merger. WeChat outlaws all crypto activities, offenders risk permanent ban. Bybit and BitOasis cut staff amid crypto market slump. The government is all set to issue detailed clarifications regarding tax on virtual digital assets this week. Employers in India who offer cryptocurrencies as compensation to employees will have to pay 30% tax on the virtual digital assets. The tax will be levied on the difference between the cost of the acquisition of the asset and the transfer price to the employee. The clarification may clearly define the rules for determining the cost of acquisition of VDAs. The center is considering a few models, including first-in, first-out method followed for demat securities, weighted average, or last-in, first-out format to know the cost of acquisition. The explanation could also clarify the timeline of payment of tax deducted at source. Cryptocurrencies traded positive on the back of falling US bond yields to about 3.28% as US futures point towards the positive opening. Investor sentiment also got a boost as two of the world's three biggest economies, China and Japan, are not engaging in raising interest rates, unlike the US Federal Reserve and central banks in many other countries. In commodities, oil gained while prices for metal like copper are being buffeted by concerns about the demand outlook amid weakening global growth. Bitcoin, the world's biggest cryptocurrency, was trading around $20,650, up by over 4% in the last 24 hours. Ether, the second biggest cryptocurrency, was trading around $1,130, up by almost 5% in the similar time frame. The global crypto market cap was around $904.8 billion, up by 3.5% in the last 24 hours. Celsius Network, the crypto lending platform that suspended customer withdrawals last week, has paused YouTube question and answer sessions and Twitter Spaces as it navigates unprecedented challenges. Since its launch in 2018, Celsius has held a live Ask Me Anything that would reveal the platform's inflows, outflows, and new registrants. CEO Alex Meshinkisi has planned to attend such a meeting on Friday, but it was cancelled minutes before the start time. Following last week's freeze, Celsius customers, many of whom still have significant amount of capital trapped on the platform, have gotten no updates from the lender. Texas and 4 other states are actively investigating Celsius' decision to halt withdrawals. Recently, Altcoin Daily tweeted that Solana is at risk of hitting $0. One of the first possible causes for this is the fact that Solana, the largest lending market on Solana, is facing a crippling liquidation of about $170 million SOL that could potentially crash the network. As per Altcoin Daily, a whale deposited 5.7 million SOL and borrowed 108 million USDC and USDT. This accounts for a huge percentage chunk of borrowing on Solana. And now this position is under a liquidation threat. Moreover, the problem is that such a large liquidation in an illiquid market and unstable network like Solana can have very damaging consequences. The issue of investor trust also comes into play, as Solana is proposing to literally steal the user's fund and execute OTC trades. This makes one question the promise of decentralization. Solana is currently the 9th most valuable crypto in terms of market cap and is currently worth around $35 after a 9.06% increase in price over the last 24 hours. Investment product provider ProShare is set to list the US first exchange-traded fund, allowing investors to bet against the price of Bitcoin. The ProShare short Bitcoin strategy, which is designed to offer the inverse of Bitcoin's performance, will begin trading on the New York Stock Exchange on Tuesday, June 21st. The ETF will allow investors to hedge their Bitcoin exposure, which may prove particularly pertinent given the sharp downturn in crypto markets of late. In October, ProShares became the first company to list a Bitcoin futures ETF, causing the world's largest cryptocurrency to reach an all-time high of about $68,900 in the weeks that followed. Bitcoin investors will be hoping the listing of a short Bitcoin futures ETF does not have a similar effect on the world's largest crypto in reverse. During a recent webcast appearance, MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor criticized unregulated banks and investment companies that are trading unregistered securities. Saylor believes that such wildcat banks are a liability to Bitcoin. The MicroStrategy CEO claims that crypto and Bitcoin cannot be used interchangeably since they are two completely different things, and those investors who cannot tell the difference between them are ignorant. According to Saylor, regulations would prevent cryptocurrency hedge funds from having a meaningful impact on the price of Bitcoin. Moreover, he says that a lot of traditional mainstream investors are hesitant to dip their toes into Bitcoin because of altcoins, many of which are unregistered securities. The investor has urged the US Securities and Exchange Commission to set the record straight about what specific cryptocurrencies qualify as commodities so that they could be set apart from the plethora of unregistered securities. Admix, a popular gaming company specializing in non-intrusive product placement and in-game advertisements, partnered with LandVault, the largest Metaverse construction company, in a $300 million merger. The companies announced on Monday that the newly merged entity will be branded as LandVault. The company will have a workforce of around 160, including over 100 Metaverse developers and artists. Ryan Inman, the founder of LandVault, confirmed that the aim of the merger is to attract more brands into the Metaverse, especially in the sandbox and Decentraland. WeChat, a Chinese instant messaging program, prohibited all activities involving cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens. WeChat public account must avoid 4 key components of virtual currency activities according to its rules of conduct. Article 3.24.1 outlawed transactions and exchanges between virtual and real currency. Meanwhile, Article 3.24.2 outlawed providing information, intermediary, and pricing services for virtual currency transactions. Finally, Article 3.24.3 outlawed token issuance, financing, and virtual currency derivatives trading. To capture NFTs, they said accounts that provide service or content related to the secondary transaction of digital collections have similar implications as the precedings. The WeChat team reiterated that once they can identify such violations, the WeChat public platform will order the violating account to rectify itself within a time limit before restructuring some functions of the account until its permanent ban according to the severity of the violation. The Dubai-based cryptocurrency exchange Bybit is planning to lay off staff, with the firm looking to cut costs amid rising inflation and an intense crypto bear market. Bybit has a workforce of around 2,000, and it is believed that the firm is looking to cut its strength by 20 to 30%. Another Middle East-focused cryptocurrency exchange, BitOasis, laid off 9 of its employees on Sunday, becoming the latest company in the Web3 world to cut jobs due to the ongoing market turmoil. That's all in the bulletin for now. Keep watching Crypto TV.